Part 1. The Lost Civilization Before History. History books usually begin with Mesopotamia and Egypt as the cradle of civilization. But what if they were not the first? Sites like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, built over 11,000 years ago, suggest humans had complex societies long before we believed. These ruins show advanced architecture, astronomical knowledge, and symbols that remain mysterious even today. Legends across the world tell of a great civilization destroyed in a cataclysm. Atlantis in Greek lore, Göbekli Tepe in Egyptian myths, or the stories of great floods told by the Sumerians, the Bible, and even Native American tribes. Could they all be fragments of the same truth? That humanity once rose to incredible heights, only to be nearly wiped out by natural disaster or war. If so, then what secrets of science and technology did they leave behind that we have yet to rediscover? Part 2. The Great Pyramids and Hidden Technology. The Great Pyramid of Giza has fascinated researchers for centuries. Archaeologists describe it as a tomb, but no pharaoh's body has ever been found inside. Instead, the pyramid hides complex passages, sealed chambers, and alignments so precise that even with modern tools, replicating it would be a massive challenge. The pyramid is aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions and mirrors the stars in Orion's belt. Some engineers argue the precision of cutting and moving stones weighing up to 80 tons is beyond the capabilities of primitive copper chisels and ropes. Could the builders have used lost technologies? Giant machines, sound resonance, or even something like anti-gravity? Some researchers, including fringe historians like Graham Hancock, believe the pyramid was never a tomb at all, but a power plant of sorts, harnessing natural energy from the earth. If that's true, it means we may be walking on top of one of humanity's greatest forgotten inventions. Part 3. The mystery of ancient astronauts. Across ancient cultures, from the Sumerians to the Mayans, we find depictions of beings descending from the sky. The Sumerians spoke of the Anunnaki, those who came from the heavens. Ancient carvings show figures with wings, strange helmets, and tools that look eerily similar to modern technology. The Mayans recorded gods who arrived on flying serpents, while Indian Vedic texts describe flying machines called vimanas. Skeptics say these are only myths, symbolic stories meant to explain natural forces. But why are so many myths across the globe so similar? Could they all point to real encounters with extraterrestrial beings who passed on advanced knowledge? Mathematics, agriculture, astronomy? If aliens truly walked among early humans, perhaps they were seen as gods, worshipped, and written into our oldest stories. The question remains, are these myths just imagination or echoes of humanity's first contact? Part 4. The Forgotten Builders of Megaliths. Massive structures scattered across the Earth challenge everything we know about ancient engineering. Stonehenge, aligned with the solstices, was built with stones transported from over 150 miles away. In Baalbek, Lebanon, lie stones so massive, some over 1,000 tons, that even today's cranes would struggle to move them. On Easter Island, hundreds of giant statues called moai stand guard, their purpose still unclear. How did ancient people move, lift, and arrange these stones without wheels, pulleys, or modern machinery? Some theories suggest forgotten knowledge of sound vibration, magnetism, or even technologies lost to time. Others wonder if these sites served as global energy centers, connected through ley lines, resonating with the Earth's natural power. Mainstream archaeology calls them religious sites or cultural monuments, but the precision, the effort, and the astronomical alignments suggest there may be far more than meets the eye. Were these sites messages to the future, or remnants of a once unified global civilization? Part 5. The Vatican's Secret Archives. Beneath the Vatican lies one of the most mysterious archives on Earth. Stretching for miles, it is said to contain documents and relics collected over centuries. Ancient manuscripts, letters from kings and emperors, even writings said to date back to the earliest days of Christianity. But what if there's more? Conspiracy theorists claim the Vatican is hiding forbidden knowledge. Gospels that never made it into the Bible, accounts of contact with otherworldly beings, and maps that reveal forgotten continents. Some even believe the archives contain proof of extraterrestrial life, or artifacts from ancient civilizations we know nothing about. Of course, the Vatican insists the archives are simply historical records, but with access restricted to only a few scholars at a time, and with so many secrets locked away from the public, it is easy to imagine that behind those walls lies information that could completely rewrite human history. Part 6. Are we doomed to repeat the past? If civilizations before ours rose and fell, what caused their destruction? Nearly every culture on Earth speaks of floods, fires, and cataclysms that wiped out whole peoples. Geological evidence shows massive disasters. The Younger Dryas event, for example, may have devastated early humanity around 12,000 years ago. Today, we face similar threats: climate instability, asteroid impacts, pandemics, and even the dangers of our own technology. Could we be standing on the edge of the same cycle that destroyed civilizations long ago? Perhaps the ruins we marvel at are not just remnants of the past, but warnings for the future. The ancients may have left us messages, encoded in myths, monuments, and alignments, trying to ensure we would not repeat their mistakes. The question is, will we listen before it's too late?